Well, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I want to talk to you for a few moments on the subject matter of merging the white Christian church and the black Christian church. We got to bring them together. But before I get into that, I want to thank all of you who have joined on as subscribers with this program. You have really made my day. The truth of the matter is, if you've paid any attention, I've been doing this for over 10 years at least. I'm sure I've done more, but at least 10 years. And just maybe about 2 months ago, I got a little congratulations from YouTube stating I had reached my 100th subscriber. 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, talking about this fantastic new order of things. 10 subscribers, and I didn't even notice that. All I was doing was what I was supposed to do. Didn't really pay any attention, but when I did notice, I noticed the subscriptions were low, but I just kept on going. And you know what? In the past 5 weeks, you, my friends, every last one of you, at least 124 of you have subscribed in the past 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, you have done what it took 10 years to do. So this must mean something. It must be about you and this message coming together. And I'm very proud of that. Again, I want to thank you so very much, and I'm asking that you continue to pay attention to what is being said, and if you would, please share it with as many others as you possibly can. And as the programs ask you to engage yourselves in the process, please be willing to do so. And I want to thank you again for your subscription to the program. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I was listening to, I always listen to the social media and hear what people are saying to see what people are concerned about. And they were saying that white people are Christians, many of them, and they are conservative. They vote Republican. They are conservative. And blacks are Christians too. But they are progressive. And they vote Democrat. And the curiosity here is that non-Christians and people who are just curious about what's going on is supposing that there must be a conflict somewhere, because when you talk about Christianity, they talk about one God, and they refer to one Son, Jesus Christ. They refer to scriptures from the Holy Bible. And if this happens for the white and they come up one way, and it happens for the black, they come up another way, something is wrong there. Nevertheless, you got the whites believing that their way is the right way. The conservative way is that Christian way. They got it together. On the other hand, the progressive way is the black's way, black Christian way, and they got it on the ball. Now, can you imagine this? And everybody else is looking at this God that's over here like this and over here like this. Now, what kind of God is that? That is a God that's corrupted. That's a God on the Republican side, conservative side, corrupted by the Republicans and the conservatives. On the Democratic side, that is a God corrupted by the progressives and the Democrats, blacks. So, what do you have? What? A God that's divided is no God at all. And that's just why we have all the problems that exist in America today. And so, if one is going to speak for God, you got to speak the same language. Now, when you say God has touched you in such a way that things are conservative, there's nothing wrong with that. I can see that. We have institutions called housing and food and clothing. We got departments of transportation. We got in every major area of life, we have addressed it. Why? Because it's important. It was natural for those needs, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, to emerge. And by doing that, They have been institutionalized. They are conservative. They must remain on the one hand, but on the other hand, they must progress to include all of the people. This hasn't always been, it should have been, but it hasn't always been. And this is what is required to include all of the people, to engage themselves in the institutions. That means the progressiveness of the people in align with the conservative of the institutions. And we come together to make sure that those needs are met. We, as Christian people, those of you who call yourselves Christian, do this as Christian people. And it just might be a light to the others who might see it a little bit different. But because you come together and you do the right thing, you become a light to all others to see. And where we got a major changes that's going to require some real deep thinking for people who haven't given it any thought at all. But yet once you give it thought, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. You see, basically, the difference here in this new way of thinking as opposed to the old way, the old way is that it's natural. Everything falls in order. It's progressive. It works in line with life. On the other hand, it does not. It causes problems. It causes cancer. It causes sickness and diseases called crime and violence and poverty. That's what comes from the wrong way. The wrong way. And all over the world, regardless of where you might be right at in this area or in that area, the bottom line is that you failed. You're not doing it proper. The proper way is the right way, the way designed from the beginning, the way that you are living to learn which is the right way and to do it. So, in order for America to come together and be that shining light of love to one another, those of you who have divided yourselves by your ignorance, conservatives, liberals, or progressives, that ignorance must be put aside. And we must overcome that because we must overcome this world condition that we're living in. And we, my friends, are responding to what we have been given. Now we are deciding to make a choice of where we want to go from here. Where we want to go from here. Where is our destination? This is a decision, a determination to be made by us, not by yesterday. Yesterday got us here, but we are going to take us there. And so I'm asking those of you who aren't Christians to pay attention. I'm asking that you will, if you find something wrong with this video, comment, say something. And if you know something that's better than what's being said, say something. Let it be known. All we're trying to do is get the best we can get. And we're tired of this worse yet. All right? So I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to take much more of your time. Again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Goodbye.